Dun, dun. We are back, boys. It's been long overdue. Welcome, guys, to a long overdue episode of not Talk of the Week, but it's Talk of the Month, because we have been very, very busy. The boys have been doing competitions. I've been doing a crazy competition as well. But we'll talk about all of that anyways. We are your hosts, Espin. We got Indy, Mo, and Durance. Right, boys, where do we start? We've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, let's just go back a little bit. I think the best way to start here is probably selections.
That's what. Hold on. You just said we've been busy. Okay, me and Indy have been busy, and more a little bit. You too, bro. Come on.
Man goes Mo a little bit.
I've been busy as well. I competed, which is a big.
Oh yeah, I forgot you lifted at that. What was it? The garage meet.
Yeah, the garage.
That was nice. That was. I really enjoyed how like the spectators were like near enough touching your bar. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was.
I waited 4 years to lift in a place that had less space than my garage.
What was your last comp, Espin? Like your last
one was
Commonwealth's 2011.
No, it was the All England's.
All England's. Shit.
It was All England.
Which All England's? Which one? It hasn't even been called All England for like 3 years.
No, it was. It was All England.
It hasn't been called All England for at least 3 years, 4 years.
It was 2 years ago, as a 66.
That wasn't All England.
Yeah, the Manchester England.
That was the English. The English. Yeah, you're saying All England. It hasn't been called All England for.
Oh, sorry, the Manchester England. But yeah,
Manchester World Cup.
Espin looks so vulnerable there. Espin, go on, carry on, go on.
No, I thought we'd just kick off with selections. Obviously, there was.
We'll kick it off with your comp.
With my comp.
With your comp, yeah.
All right, so obviously it's been like 3 years since I competed. Went back up to 74s. The goal here was obviously to. I can't keep a straight face. You lot are taking a piss, man.
Okay. All right, wait. Let me see. Hold
You know what, Espin, I'm not gonna lie.
Start again. I'm back.
You know those lifts you did, you could have done it in front of Tasha. It would have been even better.
Yeah, it was.
Listen. We need to be serious. All right.
Yeah.
He's telling us about his competition. Go on.
I'm trying to be serious, all right? Okay, cool. So training was going really well, right? No, it was really going good. But then I got a slight little injury, and I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't deadlift at all. Honest to God.
What did you injure other than your ego?
Did you have to cut to enter 70?
No. I was eating my win.
Why are you 73.7?
So wait a second. It was a regional comp.
Yeah.
You didn't need to cut. And you still fucked up. Okay.
No. I was training through an injury, right? I had a bad knee.
What was the injury? What happened?
I've got some like weird. It's weird to describe. I forgot the word. It's like a very long.
It's really difficult sometimes to describe things that don't happen.
No,
I feel like also, I think he said his knee was bothering him, but when you climb the stairs to like airplanes all the time for flights and everything, it might have been an injury from that.
He spent so long running, he got a knee injury. Tibria basically pushed him out of the 66s, and then he went to 74s and came 12th anyway. Basically, carry on. Sorry.
Actually, funnily enough, I got best lifter at that comp.
You got best lifter.
Did he even qualify? Did he even qualify for the British?
Of course, I fucking qualified. The qualifying total was 5:55 or some shit.
What did you hit? 5:57.
6:45.
Oh, okay.
With one leg.
6:45. Well, you know what? To be fair, 6:45 to 66 is a very respectable total.
You know what the funny thing is? That was only like 10 kg more than what I got as a 66. So bad.
You might as well just cut then, really.
I might as well just fucking stay at 66. But
you might as well not competed. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I would have taken the digs about not competing over that performance, but that's just me. Carry on.
That competition that you did, I was surprised I didn't see Dan Betts handling you there. Why didn't he come?
Oh, he was far away, man. To be fair,
yeah, what's the point in him traveling 7 hours for a gym for a garage meet?
If Dan traveled all the way from Manchester, he would have killed me for that. No chance. Plus, we kind of already knew that I wasn't going to be having a great day. It was just basically go in, just do what I can. I felt 270 every single week leading up to that. Like, I couldn't pull 270 deadlift, like, which was wild. Also, I nearly bombed out as well. I hit 220 as an opener, and I literally nearly failed it. So that was great. But anyways,
you're back on the platform again, which is good to see, man. So
it was good to be back on the platform, but it didn't feel like I was on the platform because the venue was. I mean, yeah, I don't want to disrespect it.
But, yeah, you can't disrespect it because at least they're putting comps on. We don't have enough regionals as it is. Like, it is what it is. And to be honest, it was your choice to do that competition, so we can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, but we move on now.
I find it weird though. The SBD sent you out like a really nice like momentum package for you to hit that total. Do you know what I mean? They might as well send you like some the defy stuff, bro. If you were just
I was literally about to say that you wasted the momentum, as the word say itself, momentum. You did not get momentum on that comp.
So he started from nothing, so he's built momentum. To be honest with you,
thank you. Look at that. So that was nice. That was good. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that.
The comp was called RBBC Winter Divisional.
Yeah, Red Beard Barbell Club. I think it is.
Is there?
You know what? I think SBD needs to do a new line just for you. It's going to be called Inertia.
Inertia.
Yeah. The inertia range just for Espin.
Well, because I'm declining.
Yeah, basically.
When I saw that RBBC, like, I did interpret it to something else, but yeah, as you said, thank you very much for giving me that.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us your search history, Jordan.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying history. When I saw RBBC, I thought like, oh, what was it? You know, like, Espin was ready for a BBC, bro.
Too much information.
That's why he couldn't. You know what? He had his problem pulling sumo because he couldn't quite get into position. That's what happened.
But yeah, that was me, guys. That was my competition. All done and dusted. We move on. It's cool.
Quickest recap in history.
Yeah, best recap.
Yeah, no, I'm proud of you though for actually like competing.
I turned up to a comp, which tick. So we're moving.
The only one thing I didn't appreciate when you pulled your last deadlift, you looked at the camera. I was so pissed off.
No, do you know what? I was feeling like I wanted to be one of them douchebags. I was like, you know what? Let me just do that.
You should have done that. You know, like the proper douchebag thing. Like you do a lift and then you do this. Like one of them. You know, people do that weird shit. But they go like this. Just do that.
Or moving forward, I'll just like.
Why are you swearing for Durans? Don't be like that. Nah. Yeah, pretend to eat cereal before you lift. Yeah, do that one.
With water.
Oh, Espin, you didn't be your chest, but I realized you were not wearing the GB singlet for you to be the flag. So I thought, you know what? That's why you didn't beat his flag.
You gotta hit a world record to beat your chest. Like everyone else. Oh no one else in there. Never mind.
Someone else tried. Anyway, what happened to that?
Nah, who's tried? Who's tried? I don't know who's tried.
Oh, you know,
we'll get into that. We're gonna get into that. Let's talk about.
Yeah, we gotta get into selections.
Right, selections happen, boys. What do we think about selections? Who impressed you? Who didn't?
I was very impressed by the venue.
I was there, and the venue was fucking cold.
Oh,
was it cold?
It was freezing.
So if it was cold, that means like you shouldn't be cramping.
A lot of people were cramping though, so I wasn't like I cramped. Adam Fuller cramped. There were a lot of people.
I'm just gonna call it Northwest presents cramp competition.
Basically, a lot of people were cramping. Kunz cramped aggressively. I think Ade said he was cramping a little bit, so I feel like it was.
Yeah, that's because Ade cut from 105.
No, he didn't cut from 105, bro. He cut from to be honest, the same I've cut from 87.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so it was a bit cut, but I think he will sort it out for next time. But he was just unprepared in general. Like Ade, if you're listening to this, sort your life out. Like you need to turn up to competition like 2 hours, 2 hours early.
You know what? To be honest, I gotta back Mo for once. Ade, sort your shit out, because bro, Your international competitor, technically.
I was so annoyed at him, man. I really was.
But he was close, though. I heard he was really close towards the end.
He turned up 30 minutes before weighing ended, and then that's when he actually started like trying to make the last. He said he'd weighed himself at home. I think he just drove down on the day, and he was on weight like back at home. But obviously, his scale was not calibrated, so by the time he got to the venue, he was 0.3 over, and then he had to cut that 0.3 down.
Bro, hold on. When he got to the venue, it was 0.6.
Was it 0.6? Oh, I said
0.6. That's a big difference in scales then. Yo, I'll tell you what, if you're listening, Ade, the Tanita, I don't know which scales you use, but the Tanita like travel scales, the little ones.
They don't sell them anymore. It's all sold out.
What do you mean? They don't sell them at all?
Yeah, I'm trying to get one. It's off Amazon. Yeah, it's off.
Oh,
I wanted to buy one. Yeah. So my one is. Sorry,
I'm selling my one, £500, bro.
Yeah, and mine one is off by 0.3, so I know that every single time I weigh. Like
they got similar ones though. They got similar ones to it. Tanita have like small scales, similar ones, not the exact same, but they have travel ones on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Dude, so I've just been trying to look for that exact one.
I'm looking now, like Tanita BC compact, like scales, like they look small, like same size.
Send that link to Mo. Let's carry on anyway.
All right. So yeah, in terms of like Ade not making weight, right? Despite that, he had a very good day. That was that was the Ade that we all knew like could turn up to a meet, right? He had a fucking solid day, 800 total. Did he finish above other actual 93s as well?
In terms of total, or in terms of like GL points, or total now.
The total he finished above James.
Oh shit! Okay.
By 5 kilos though.
Yeah, but 5 kilos is a lot of weight. Do you know what I mean? It's a 5 kilos that James could make. But do you know what I mean? But again, in terms of like going back to your first question, in terms of what impressed you, me because I was there firsthand. Just watching. I mean, Ade going 9 for 9 for that 800 was impressive. So to be honest, to me, I know he was only 0.2 over, but still, that's probably in my mind is the second 800 total in the country, and almost like is a third or is a fourth, I think,
in Europe.
800 total in Europe. Do you know what I mean? So that's impressive right there. So it was one of them was like
let's be honest, that 200 isn't gonna kill him. Like, isn't going to kill his total that much. It's 200 is neither here or there. So
and he'll be 800 plus. Yeah, he did those extreme. Like he got from 0.6 to 0.2 apparently in like 30 minutes before starting warm up. So he'll be good if he actually cuts properly.
Considering that performance to me was impressive, and of course, this is just basically my take. After that, you guys can give your take. And of course, there was Erlof that pulled 260 kilo at RPE 7 or 6 or whatever. That was. I mean, look, to see on a live stream, it looks great. To see there, it was fucking scary.
Yo, a big pull, you have to see it in person. It's that simple. There's no atmosphere like a big pull.
It was just ridiculous. And of course, there was
Sanchez's pull. Fuck it out, bro. That pull is so easy as well.
With Sanchez, it was not the pull. The pull did not impress me at all.
It's his squat.
Yeah, it's the squat that impressed me.
The change from Westerns to this is fucking huge.
Yeah, because even Jordan was handling him. He come to me saying, "Oh yeah, I put this much on Sanchez bar on the squat." I even said to him, I was like, "What the fuck? Since when Sanchez is squatting 290?" He was like, "I think he got it." And then
that's why Mo moved up to the 120s because Sanchez is coming.
That's true.
Is that funny though? Because he might. I've heard he might be coming for the Delhi record in the 120s too. So you're gonna go 120 plus.
Oh shit!
Go, bro. I'm pulling. In March, I pull my thirds, right? So in March, I'll be pulling 405, 410. That's it, bro. I'm calling it here right now.
So now
I don't hide behind you. I picked up someone else's chalk, someone else's talc. I had pickle juice. Bro, I say
Sanchez, if you hear this, Indy doesn't think he can do anything, bro. So move up 120s, come and join the big boys.
But anyway, that to me, those were
then
just...
Mo goes back. Mo's only saying that so he can go back to 105s.
Nah, no chance.
Bro, then he's gonna get bullied by Pape. and then come up to 120s again, bullied by Sanchez, Tony.
Massive bullied, bro.
Be careful, Pep start making PBs on the com day now. He's just bench 192, so that's a PB.
You know, Pep, I love you. Pep, I love you, right? Pep knows I love him to death. I take with that boy every single day. But 877.5?
Yeah, that's a 2.5 PB.
Yeah, that's a 2.5. You're way above that. Like, I did what, 880 cramping in Malta with how many missed attempts? So
but yo, the thing is, right? The thing is, I hear what you're saying. However, it's not a case of if, right? That's like Manchester United supporters coming in here saying, yo, if we'd won games, we'd be top of the Premier League. But you're not, though, are you? Do you know what I mean? You missed the thing, bro.
But Indy using football, that's big.
I was gonna say that is huge for Indy. That's good.
But genuinely, let's go back to the meat. Sanchez, I think did really fucking well. That pull's looking strong. I reckon he's got a lot of kgs in the pull as well. And his squat to depth was really good, and his bench is coming along as well. So yeah, that was a standout performance for me. Obviously, Tony does what Tony does. Misses third on depth, so that was good. Tony, squat deeper, bro.
Exactly. He always give me shit about my third squat. See, he started missing his third as well. You old man.
Bastard. Yeah, but he didn't tempo it though. So
what's very interesting though, we could basically say he almost hit a 950 total with a 350 deadlift. You know, that's massive. And Tony's obviously dealing with some injuries. So if he gets his deadlift back to the 360, 370 range, he's looking at 960, 970 easily. So
he's strong.
Very insane.
He's strong.
Yeah.
He's looking he's looking strong, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does at
Sheffield.
Sheffield. Obviously, this is a comp for him. It's just prep for him. So that's how he treats comps like this, just as prep, and he can do. So I really enjoyed the 93 battle, all of it, to be honest. From start to finish, it was fun, and it was like Maxwell did well. Like, people had questions about his depth, about this, about that, and he quashed them. It's that simple. I wonder why he's not doing Euros though.
Not sure.
Let's leave that topic later. Let's finish off with selection.
I want to say my stand-up performance was definitely Maxwell. Like, I think we had a discussion where I really thought the winning total from selections will be 820, 815. But all the 93s did well, and Maxwell honestly surprised me. Like, honestly, he did really well. To do 845 was impressive on the day, because I did not expect him. Like Kristen said, to enter the kitchen you need 840, 850. So Maxwell is in the kitchen. He's in the kitchen now. The question, can he cook when Kristen is there? So we'll see what happens.
See, for me, the only thing is like we saw it at Westerns. The standards exam, for example, at Euros, they're higher than World, in my opinion. Having done both this year, very close together. The standards at Euros, the amount of red lights is fucking ridiculous, especially on squat depth. For me, it will be a case of replicating this at an international stage, which Christian has done. And I think Maxwell will get there. Like, it only takes 1 or 2 competitions for that to be a non-entity. So I think he'll get there. And obviously, Nathan looked strong as well. All of his lifts didn't look max. He didn't look maxed out at all on any of his lifts from me. Like, that bench was smooth, the dead was smooth, the squat looked nice. So Nathan's going to put some kgs on as well. It's nice to see him at 92.9 though, fully fledged 93. Man's maxed out. Man's been on them Bristol pies, bro.
Have you seen his cheeks, bro? I'm talking about facial cheeks. I'm not talking about his back cheek, because the cheek.
You started off talking about BBC and then cheeks. Like, what's your search history?
What's going on? First, he talks about the BBL, or not the BBL, the BBC.
You're on a different planet, Espen. You're looking at something else.
Everyone's just, saying what's on their mind. It's all good.
One person I felt so sorry for though on the day was Kunz. Felt sorry for Kunz because he was actually having a good day, man.
He looked very good.
Looked really good as well. Was it 257? 257.5? Yeah. His squats improved drastically, man. Fucking 6 squat. Then his bench was alright. Then his deadlift was just unfortunate.
It hurt him.
Yeah, man.
To miss 2 as a deadlifter, to miss 2 deadlifts is going to fucking kill your total. I expected more, but he'll be back. He said he's going to be back.
I really thought he was going to bomb out as well. Like
I was fucking scared. I was scared.
No, you know that last pull. He only went for that last pull is because he just wanted to tour, and then again, I think he had.
You have to, because people write you off if you bomb out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because the way people just thinking it's a joke. The way Kunzo's cramping, I explained to people, the people were laughing at me.
You can see his fingers.
You know the thing is like, bro, you know when you get a piece of bacon, you put it in the pan, right? That's how Kunzo was cramping. Literally, my man was literally going in like
that.
That don't make no sense, bro.
You know,
I'm a vegetarian and I don't cook bacon. But how the hell's bacon cramping on a pan?
Oh no!
You mean?
No, like the shrinking.
He means
Shrink is different to cramp.
Anyway,
right. Let me explain the difference. Cramping is what Mo does at comp. Shrinking is what happens to Espin's total every time he competes. That's the difference between the two.
Oh no!
I
was
cramping though, because I was even showing Tony my abs and everything. I was like, "Yeah, look."
Why are you cramping? You're obviously you're 4 kg, 5 kg into the next weight category. Obviously, full filled out on that, learning from Nathan and that. But
I think the other thing I know we're gonna touch into this. I know Mo is here. I was slightly impressed with Mo's performance.
Before we talk about Mo, because we do have a lot to talk about with Mo, especially that celebration where
we can't skip over Joy. 111.69 G.
Joy came.
You know what? The thing is, right?
Clinical.
I think she's made her she's desensitized us to the fucking lifting she does. Because she comes in, she hits stupid numbers.
That's true.
You know what I mean, though? And you're just like, yeah, Joy's doing Joy things, but I think you still got to give props to the fact that she's fucking.
We're just so used to it. It's true what you said. We're just so used to it. It's like, okay.
And then the funny thing about she did all of that. She did not have a prep.
Is it?
Yeah.
And she was light, 61.5.
It's funny because me and Jules were trying to talk to her saying, "Oh, you know that deadlift, you look surprised about, or was it like a 230 or 235, something massive?" She was like, "Nah, it was like a very hard 220 deadlift." And we were like, "Okay."
Just pulls 232 on the day. Just here you go. There you go.
Exactly.
Also, let's not forget about Joey, right? He surprised me with that deadlift. He surprised me. That deadlift that he pulled.
I know it. And I knew he had it.
I was very impressed. Not gonna lie. I was like, "Oh shit, okay, he can actually deadlift now." Because normally
the thing with him, with everything that was going on, that was external that he had on that day, especially a day or 2 days before, for him to do what he did. I mean, as much as we're talking about big performance here across the big boys, but that to me was as impressive, because as much as you can be strong, if mentally you're not ready, you're not gonna have the best meet. Do you know what I mean? And for him to go 3 hour 3 on the squat. Did he go 3 hour 3 on the squat? Yeah, it went. You know what I mean? Get his squats, miss just one bench, which is of course, he has the British record. Anytime you're loading something more than the record, you don't expect anyone to always hit it.
His bench is big. His bench is big though. 150 is fucking a big bench.
Yeah, he has it. So his deadlifts, literally, to me, I think his deadlift has gone to a place where he can actually start loading the bar. Because even when you pull that last pull, you can tell he had more in him.
Not at least 5 extra than that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. He's also making improvements. I've always told him, go up to 74s, just do it. But
59.
He keeps adding to his total. So fuck it. Why not?
Going down might be a good shout. I'm with Mo on this.
He did say he's always light though, isn't he? He said he's like in this.
Yeah, that's it.
I think he would cause some serious trouble in the 59s if he decided to do it. Yeah. He'll go on the international stage 100%.
Talking of 66s, what happened to after? Because he squat, he benched, and then his deadlift, he did 7.
It's just his balls, man.
Aggressive
cramping, but cramping enough to only do 70 on a deadlift.
He was bad. Yes. I was bad. I was not bad. I was only bad halfway through. Combs was bad. Aftab was gone. Aftab was in the corner like this, and then he would stand up.
It has to be a nutrition thing.
It was cold. That venue was cold, man.
But cold doesn't mean cramping. That doesn't make any sense.
I was cramping on bench. I got Jones's coat, and that's the only reason why. Like, I was better. Like, I was after I reached out to Jesus. Like,
that don't make sense.
I had to stay warm.
But Indy, you're forgetting people like after he cut hard. Do you know what I mean?
He didn't cut
I can understand. Cut, I can understand. A big cut will kill you, but then like after a big cut, it's about what you're getting into your body as well. Like obviously 2 hours isn't a lot, but we've seen people do some fucking massive cuts.
But then like it was a huge cut, but yet he hit a PB of 220 on the squat. Ideally, you would think that his squat would proper like be the worst lift, and then
no, you never cramp in squats. You always cramp after. Like I've always cramped after squats.
That's mad.
So squats you're fine. Then bench when you start moving, then it starts to peak, and then deadlift.
Are you drinking enough
for some people? Honestly, bro, my one's a different situation entirely. But I think for some people, it was. I don't know what happened with after, but his was aggressive. Like he was bad in the warm up room. Like I was with him, and he was smiling,
bro.
He was smiling through it, but you could tell
he's
like,
always
he was
smiling.
Yeah.
All right, Mo. Talk to us, Mo. What happened?
Talk to us about your selection meet, Mo.
Go for it, Mo.
Selection was good, man. I was my main intention, like I told you boys multiple times, was to get in and be healthy. I'm still dealing with injuries, but the goal was to, compete and not be more broken than I was going into the competition. And that was an absolute success, honestly. To squat 325, bench 205, considering I almost failed a 180 bench the week before, and like to attempt a 385 kg pull, get it. Unfortunately, the judges were not on my side, but it was a good day, irrespective. Like I'm happy with it. Obviously, the celebration, everyone's been asking me, the celebration. Did you not feel a bit weird about it? I'm like, I was celebrating pulling that deadlift because I was injured. Like I haven't. In 4 weeks, I only pulled sumo for 4 weeks because I couldn't pull sumo before that. So that 385 was like, we survived. The 4 weeks, all the hard work, all the rehab, prehab, everything was worth it. So I was celebrating myself, irrespective of the white lights.
Yo, surely though you wait.
Nah, not in that moment, dog. Like when your heaviest pull is 350 and you haven't been able to do sumo in months.
Come on, you're talking to like international competitors in Espin here. You it ain't over until you get the juice.
Yeah, true. But it was in the moment, man. I was listening to
I enjoyed your moment because it gave me so much free content.
It was amazing. I loved it.
I think I'll move more here, right?
I know you are, but obviously,
when I'm at the Euros or a World, yes, that's embarrassing. But when I'm in a home soil, do you know what I mean? To be honest with you, 385 kilo, the way Mo pulled it, I was not expecting it. I was not, especially after him pulling 350, just the heaviest he sent to us. Fuck you, bro. When I saw that, I literally said to myself, right, it's more going for a YOLO pull because 385 is only 6 kilo less than what he loaded at Sheffield. And we know the story. Do you know what I mean? And for him to go for something like that, this one, the video that Mo posted on Instagram, I'm the one that filmed it. I was literally there. I was like, let me see how this is not going to move off the floor so I can take evidence.
Do you guys think it was cool though? Or was it a bad call?
What?
Not your decision of pulling it, but in terms of the red lights. Because from one angle, it looked good. From the angle that Durin's recorded, it looked good. I was like, all right. But then from another angle, you can kind of see that down movement.
It is what it is, man. I made my peace with it. I think the goal is just get stronger than that and hopefully pull a bit more than that next time. But it's the call is the game we play. It's not who's the strongest, it's who can actually get all bliss on the platform.
Is there anything you learned from that prep more?
Now you sound like Durin.
The next one.
Sound like Durin's there. It's not who's the strongest. The most on the day. I'm like, wait a second. Wait, something's not adding up here.
Can you talk about more? Can you talk about more, please?
But it don't make no sense, does it? It's not about who's the fastest in the 100 meters. It's about who ran it in the lowest time. Like, come on, what, boys? You know the game.
No, but yeah,
Nah, I think for me, one thing I was actually going to make a story about this fight. I said like I left it because I can't be asked to go the writing. But for me, I've learned that you don't like. So for Malta, I did 375 in the gym, and I ended up with 350 on the platform, right? And in this prep, I did 350 in the gym. I ended up attempting 385 and locking it out, but not getting on the platform, right? So for me, it just told me that I don't need like. Also, when we had Ashton was actually I don't know how much he knows, but he actually played a key influence in my whole prep and like rehab, where he basically said, I pulled 370 multiple times. I don't need to pull it every single prep to know I can pull above that in competition. I just need to prepare myself and prepare my body for competition day. And then what's happened will happen. I pulled 370 before. I'm not going to forget how to pull 370. So this prep, I was just like, I'm not chasing any numbers. Like every single thing, like I've squatted 320 before in the gym, 330 before. I was like, yeah, I'm capping it to 315, 317. Bench, I was like, bench is the one I tried to push, and obviously that bit me in the ass because I just got injured. And then deadlift, I was like 350 is max. Like it doesn't matter if I move it out RP5. So like I'm not going to be on 350 because I don't need that. So that was one thing I learned is like don't force intensity. And I think that's just helped me overall long term. So I'm just going to keep that mentality and not force big lifts because I don't need to do in the gym. I need to do it on the platform really.
Interesting, man. Right. Let's move on.
I agree to a certain point.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So for me, it's all about what you hit on the platform. No one gives a fuck what you hit in the gym. I 100% agree. But I think different things work for different people as well. I think if you're a mental lifter, as in, you know, your mental prep is as important as your physical prep, you might need to hit certain numbers into the gym that you can replicate in training. Because for you, it's a case of, or for a lot of people, they can hit 310, 320 squat and then go hit 340 squat. But for some people, if they haven't hit heavy in prep, it's not also going to translate as well. And if you're quite reliant on like form and stuff as well, I found people who like, you know, like certain squatters, if they rely on that bounce into the hole, they're very fast squatters. They have to squat fast and heavy often in order to get the body working as intended. So I like to pull heavy in training, but I also totally agree that it doesn't matter what you fucking hit in training, especially if you fucking drop the deadlifts. Not you, generally.
This us three here or us three here. I mean, I'm talking about three and Espin sometime, but none of us has dropped deadlift
today, kind of. Yeah, go on.
Touch wood.
Anyway, carry on, Espin.
I forgot what I was gonna say. All right, no, okay, cool. So that's fun. Let's move on to the long-awaited Euros. This competition was the one, right? Everyone was always talking. Well, we were all talking about, you know, Indy's pool. What's he going to be put in? Obviously, we were talking about the battle between Durins and Enna. There was a lot of hype about that. It did not fucking disappoint. Let me tell you that. It did not disappoint. I mean, I'm just going to dive straight in. Let's just start with Durins and against Enna because that battle was wild.
I also want to say, like both of them, I'm not taking that 812.5 as their total, man. I think both of you got your last squats. Like, it's ridiculous. We're not. The European judges were harsh, but I just think they were blind. Like, if they want to give you
how deeper could you go? Like,
I don't know. So I think our boys were 817.5, 820 on the day. And Ross obviously saying no one's coming from him, but 820 is a good total on that European platform. So amazing.
I'm not being funny, right? But if you bring a lot of these people to Europeans and you do European standards, European refs with European depth calls, it's a different outlook. Like, I know it sounds really like I'm throwing shade here, but it is what it is. Go watch through the Europeans. Go have a look at the calls. Have a look at the squat depth calls in particular. There's going to be so many fucking red lights. So many red lights.
Guys, did you know that? I got all 9 white lights at the Euros. I can say that with my hand on my chest, with a smile on my face.
What Euros is this? Before IPF was around.
What happened? So you got 9 white light at the Euro. What happened to your deadlift?
All right, so moving on, boys.
You chat some shit.
Guys, let me make you laugh, guys. Espin was handled by Lawrence, right? Espin, Lawrence called Espin, what's your numbers? And told Lawrence his numbers. So Lawrence goes like, oh shit. So you're first on your squat, you're first on the bench press. Shit. So we got a long day today.
It was a long day, man. It was fun.
I mean, yeah.
I got my white lights media package though. That's all that mattered on the day. So
amen. I think for my take on the Euros again, I know people have their say in terms of like the performance. I think me and Anna, if you ask us, we will tell you we were disappointed where the total end up in terms of like me and him, because we shared our training during the prep, and even what he was thinking of hitting, what I was thinking about hitting. Funny enough, him winning by body weight, if anyone reckoned this when we were like before the comp, Anna was telling me like, look, you need to lose weight, because we knew what my projected and his projected he will be by body weight. We literally knew it. We said like, if he goes 9 for 9 and I go 9 for 9, body will have to split us, because that's the projection that we both had, similar numbers. So I don't want to be throwing those numbers here now, because people will be thinking, how the fuck you didn't hit that? But the numbers that we went to the Euro, if we hit those number on the platform, it would literally be similar numbers. You know, I would probably get, of course, I'll get a chip on the squat, and he's gonna get a chip on the deadlift. So that's what literally gonna put us bang on. So bodyweight was, to me, I was not surprised. That's why you see, when after my last deadlift, even when he came up for his deadlift, I went to celebrate for him, and I went literally to cheer him up, because number one, it was not because he's Enna. Number two, he's just like, I like the kid. And when someone is putting someone 380 kilos at 83, you want to be part of a history. Do you know what I mean? If you don't cheer that, you're just a dickhead, you know? And plus, Enna has never had his third deadlift since when? The last time he got third leather, I think it was 2021.
He switched it though, didn't he? He switched it. He decided to fail his second instead.
Yeah. So to me,
that's funny. That's funny because in 2021 he got his last deadlift. In 2020 he failed his opener. So he's kind of gone the switch.
He's like flicking. He's flicking it. He's like, what's going to work this time?
Yeah. He's a two big deadlift guy. For him to get 3 is hard. Do you know what I mean? Again, you can't expect an 83 guy to be pulling over 370 twice in one meet. Do you know what I mean? That's a lot of weight. So to me, when we went for it, I was literally behind him and supporting him, because I wanted him to get that deadlift, because it's been a very long time since he got a third. Again, I knew it already. Like, if he pulled it, he beat me. I knew it, literally. I knew like, if he pulled this, he beat me. But on my last deadlift, I said to myself, look, I had a little bit more there. The team could have loaded that. But the way Enna second went, it was really like, almost like, it's hard to predict whether he will get his third, especially like the second, he did not fail his second by thinking like, oh yeah, it was a misjudgment of the pull, or it was a technical thing. It almost looks like strength right there, because he's pulled one side.
It was a weird strength though. Yeah, it was a very weird strength, and I've never seen that happen. Like, how do you pull?
I've only ever seen it happen on Enna.
Yeah.
So to us, it was just like, it's just hard for me to load 337 or 3, because my top end at the Euro was 340, 342 and a half. Do you know what I mean? That's the top end deadlift I want to throw, you know? And we had that, and we feel like we don't even pull. And then Dan came into me and was like, look, we don't need to load that, because the way his second move, we don't think he's going to get third, but it is what it is. And yeah, and I'm just happy the fact that I had a very good competition compared to Malta, when almost I did not recognize myself on that platform. So it was positive. So I added 22.5 kilos on my total since Malta. So I can't fault that really. So yeah.
It was a good comp, man. It was really enjoyable to watch. The battle was really enjoyable to watch. I genuinely enjoyed you two going toe to toe throughout the whole thing, because it was a case of, it was just backwards and forwards, like trying to figure out. No one knew. I genuinely, when Enna failed his second, I was like, fucking hell, what's going to happen? Like, everyone thought he had it. The crowd was screaming, and then it just went hush for like a good 40 fucking seconds. It was completely quiet while people were trying to fucking process it. And I thought you had it after that third pull. I was like, fucking hell, will Enna be able to get this? But that fucking third pull was smooth, man. Like, there's nothing you can do there.
He said he
like even if you had gone 2.5, 5 kg more, I think Enna had 2.5, 5 kg more. Anyway, the way he pulled it was just. If you had that last squat, which I still think's in, it could have been different, but would have, like, it is what it is. Fucking these international competitions are fucking unforgiving, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, it was live though. The sound, fucking hell, deafening. For all of the lifts, for your last deadlift and for Enna's, it was just fucking pandemonium in the.
What were there more people in the venue compared to Malta? Because they kept on saying that the hall was all packed out.
Yeah, there was.
There were more people. Wow,
there was. Insane. I think so. I genuinely think so. There was especially like the final pulls of the days. There was like there's people in all the chairs were full. All the back was full. There was people in the fucking warm-up room watching. There's people at the top watching. Like all the people that were training there were watching. It was rammed.
You know how insane that is? Because like, I'm sorry, James, for interjection, but I remember when I went to, was it 2021 Sweden, Västerås was empty. It was like
that was awful.
That was like awful. 10 people. Yeah, and then obviously
the problem we have in Västerås and more is they put it like in that almost like an arena or whatever. They put it so far, the platform was so far from where everybody was sitting, so you can barely even see people. You know, in the middle, they had like a bloody the size of a football pitch in the middle where there was no chair, nothing. But this one, they brought it literally like, just like we do at the British. They brought literally everybody close to the platform. That's what I liked. And then one of the things as well, especially on our battle between me and Enna, is almost like every time you come in for a piss, you look at the glimpse of people. It's just like you're thinking like, wow. You know what I mean? But in Malta, it was a different ball game. In Malta, it was more about, I just don't care about who's out there. But in this one, it was more about, I come in, I see Indy, I see the boys in around, and of course, you know how Team GB will always support each other. It was literally one of them. I'm not just lifting for me, I'm lifting for the team. Do you know what I mean? So
the support within Team GB, it was good last year. It was good last year. This year was something else. This year it was insane. Like, I'm genuinely saying that as well. Like, Worlds was good, last Euros was good, but like the level of noise this time round from the GB lot, and like even other people watching were supporting quite a lot of the GB lot, because there's some big names, there's some big lists, you know what I mean? So like there was an atmosphere, man.
I mean, we did see on Instagram as well, there was a lot of like banter between the GB lot. Like, you can tell they were a big family. Like, we saw a bit of sexual chemistry as well between Dylan and Durans. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. So we'll show the image on the preview, don't worry.
We'll show it on the preview as well. But Durans, quick question though. Like, obviously, we know, your boys with Enna, right? But was there a little part of you when he pulled that where you was like, fuck's sake? Because obviously you celebrated with him, yeah. But was there a little part of you, like, surely there was like something in your head that told you, fuck?
I think, honestly, right? I think on my last deadlift, when I got my last deadlift, I knew, because the way that last deadlift moved to me, I said to myself, if I would have won Euros, I would have loaded that bar more, right? As soon as I pulled that deadlift, I was like, literally inside my head, I was like, fuck, I've lost. Because the reason I say that is because I wanted him to get that last pull. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So in a way, it's like, it's not just because I knew if he got it, I lost. It's because I believed in him so much. Even like before people, I mean, I got some footage SPD sent me on the behind the scene. I'm going to be uploading it. People will see it. Even when I pulled my pull, I went back to the back. Even when they start loading his one, I'm the first person that spoke to him. Right? I went in and said to him, look, I know if you pulled out, you beat me. Right? If you pulled out, you beat me. And we are on the platform, we are competitors. Right? But right now, my time is done. I've done what I could have done. It is what it is. I left it on the board. But this is your moment. Go and take your moment. Right? I'm the one that gave him that pep talk even before his coach. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones like, yes, it's good to win. It would have been nice for me to win, to be a 2 times European champion. But again, at the same time, I've won Europeans before, right? And he's never won an international before. You know, this is one of he's one. That was literally Enna's moment. And you can't take that away from that moment. You know, you can't take that away from him. So, yeah. So I think that comp, jokes aside, guys, I did not have the mentality in my head thinking, oh, someone else I have to win, or something have to go bad for someone for me to win. No, I didn't have the mentality. Mentality was, I did my job, because I knew, Espin, to your question, I knew if the day went as I planned, Enna's pull would not even have an effect on my total. You know, I knew it. And then, so when I gave him the opportunity to pull for the win, that's not Enna's fault. That's me. Do you know what I mean? That's why I thought, like, you know what, that's my fault. So I gave him the opportunity to pull for the win. But because if I went with the plan I set out when I left London, I mean, I was saying he needed 400, and it definitely would have needed 400 kilos to beat me. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Okay.
Let's go to Indy, man. We've got a new European champion, obviously, in our midst. One thing that Espin can dream of one day. So hopefully we pray for him.
Now, honestly, that pool, I don't even talk about the pool yet, man. But
how was the day? How was the whole day? How was the energy? How was
the
everything,
day was good, man. You know, it's gonna sound. I won anyway, so technically it's not fucking excuses. But like leading in, like the prep was perfect. Can't complain. Other than like 2.5, 3 weeks of bench where I couldn't bench at all. Like 0 benches, none, not a single one. And we know, because we talk about everything in the group, but I don't like to put it on Insta because there's too many fucking weirdos out there looking at people and like happy they're failing and all that shit. So they didn't know, but the group knew. No benches. The bench was going fantastic up until then. I was like, fucking hell, I'm on for 190, 192. Like, this is going to be fucking fantastic. And then straight into the bin. I was like, cool. Do you know what I mean? Because there's nothing you can do. You can get angry. You can get pissed off. You can do all of this shit. But at the end of the day, that's not going to help me heal. It's not going to help me bench. So I just is what it is. Took it on the chin. But the rest of the prep was fucking fantastic. Squat was moving really well. Deadlift, I don't think I touched more than an RPE 8 the entire time I was fucking training. Like, we pushed for 9s, 9.5s. We doubled things I never thought I'd double. We pulled singles like insane amounts 2 days after my heavy squats, and it just kept ticking. I was like, let's ride the wave, man. Let's see where we can go. So prep was fantastic. And then a week before the comp, I got ill, obviously. Spent the whole week in bed. So that last little push where I was going to do the heaviest bench and just do, I don't know, the plan was like 320, 325 squat, like 187 bench, 190 possibly, and then like a 350, 347 deadlift. Did none of that. Stripped it all back to like really light stuff. It just didn't, it still hasn't it still hasn't gone away. I don't know what it is, but loads of people have said it's taken like weeks to clear up. So I was like, fuck. I bought all this warm kit. I was like, yo, Estonia's going to be fucking freezing. Don't want to get cold again. It wasn't even that bad, was it, Duran?
No,
it was fine.
That bad.
Like,
it was all right.
I didn't wear my thermals. I didn't wear like double jackets. Everything was fine. Like, comp day came around. Obviously, standard comp day shit. You don't sleep the night before, do you? Does anyone here actually sleep the night before a comp?
You'd be lucky to get like 5 hours.
Bro, I had 2 hours. Maximum 2 hours. 2 hour. I was sat in bed just looking at this fucking ceiling, thinking, you know what? I should have just got some night nurse off Christian.
2 seconds.
I didn't get 8 hours.
2 seconds though. Like during your training though, like obviously you had to strip the numbers back. Did that play like an effect in your head, like having to do that
to the bench?
To just training in general, like.
The thing is, for me, like, squat was on, dead was on. Like, I knew I could pull anything on the third. So that didn't really impact me. But the bench thing pissed me off. Because, like, obviously, John is a big bencher. And the whole point is I needed to be as close as possible to him on the subtotal, which didn't happen. I was 72.5 kg behind on the subtotal.
Wow. Enna was 80, 90 or something insane.
Yeah,
like insurance also. It was. Oh no,
my subtotal
it was something insane overall.
Bro, my subtotal was less than Pape's.
Fucking up.
When he told me, I wanted to kill myself.
You need to find Jesus, bro. That's insane.
You know what I mean? Papes. Nah, joking. Love you, Pape. Yeah, it was lower than Pape's though. So like, obviously that bench hit is a massive hit on the total. But it is what it is. We're figuring out ways to fucking fix that now. and not have it impact this prep going into the next Euros, and then if selected for Worlds, prep going into Worlds, we don't know what's going to happen, so we'll see. But the main goal is to fucking try and fix that. On the day itself, it was good though. Like comp came around, made weight fine. It was a bit of a bigger cut than I wanted to do. I stayed quite heavy last prep, so it was a much bigger gut cut and a lot less food going into the comp than I usually do. But fucking, it is what it is. Like comp day came around, it was fine. Squats were moving fine. The first one flew. Second one, I literally came onto my toes, which made it much harder than fucking needed to be. I don't know why. My fault. No one else to blame. I'm a dickhead. Didn't squat right. Paid the price for it. Couldn't hit the third. But I was like, why is this going so quick? I couldn't figure it out. Turns out someone scratched their second and their third squats and didn't put numbers in.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, even quicker than usual, which fucking takes it out of the squat, but it never really takes it out. Thing is, that third squat, like I got it and I was like, this is going to be a fucking huge grind. I was like, either I grind through this and fail, or I just say, nah, take the bar. And I was like, it's not fucking worth losing the kgs.
No, you're a deadlift solution, man. That's what you want.
Yeah, and then Joe took the piss out of me on bench, which was great. I didn't realize till after, but it is what it is. It's true, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You can't like be angry at someone for spitting the truth.
You bench 2.5 more than Durance.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? I should just give up.
Anyway,
she said it as well. It's like
it's still impressive that your deadlift actually counted at the end of the day, so it's a lot.
Nah. Listen, Durance was the strongest 83 on the day. But now anyway. Dead was what I was looking forward to. Like always looking forward to. Like
with John as well, right? The piss taking in the is, even though he benches so much more than you, they forgot to load the world record by 0.5.
I didn't realize, because when you're there at the back, you don't realize what's going on. But like watching it back after the comp, I was flabbergasted. I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, what's happened? Like, I saw Tony's statement. He was like, thank you to the German coaches. Like, what does Tony mean? And I had to look back and I was like, right. So they lost half a kg there. They shouldn't have gone as heavy on the last deadlift, even though they dropped it. They lost at least like 5-10 kg there. But the thing is, like, where Jonah got stuck, I'm like, even if it was 5-10 kg less, would it have gone? You just don't know what's going to happen on the day, do you? But I know for a fucking fact I had 5-10 kg left on my deadlift. So I'm actually pissed they didn't load 5 kg more. So I could have just pulled 400.5 and called it a day.
You didn't need that.
I know I didn't, and I didn't even know what was on the bar.
As well. We all wanted to
see it. I wanted to do it myself because I'm bored of people saying your ex has pulled 400 when he didn't because he dropped the goddamn bar. Like, I'm bored of that statement now. So this prep, it's gonna be some fun numbers.
Yeah, just put in competition, man, and just do it. Like,
yeah, just do it. Like, do it then, innit? Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand that.
You know what's quite funny though? After everything that Indy's done and accomplished, right? The biggest question that he was getting on all social media was, "Why are you representing GB?"
Bro, honestly,
no, everyone.
I just feel like
anyone who's successful will get that. Unfortunately,
everyone. I get people asking me, like, "You don't even speak English. How come you're British?"
Point. I actually agree with him there, Durance.
Nah, I don't.
Tell them how much you're paying taxes, in it. So who's contributing more?
Thank you, Mo. Thank you. I'm paying for the.
The thing is, though, it's not British people that are saying it, it's Indian people that are saying it. It's only Indian people that are saying it to me, and I'm like, what do you want me to say? I just ignore them. I'm like, you like keep having the conversation, because the more they comment on my shit, the more traction it gets anyway. So I'm like, you boys keep having arguments on my shit, and I'm gonna just chill and keep watching.
You missed that on like literally. I think you should have. You know when you did your deadlift and like you didn't necessarily repost it, although you're following your own 20K now. You've gotten a lot, but every single page that posted your deadlift got a minimum of 10K likes.
Yeah, like but the thing is, because it was a collaboration post, it comes on my page and it becomes
the Sheffield one was
anyway. The White Lights one is, the SBD, 2 SBD ones are, they're all collaboration posts. So like, because it's already on my page, I feel dumb re-uploading the same goddamn thing. Do you know what I mean?
Uploaded it, bro. That's an easy 20K.
It doesn't matter, bro. I'll do it when I hit 400. But it's just, you know, the noise though on that last pull was fucking insane.
I mean, regardless, Indy, that pull was. I mean, I know the biggest pull on the comp was Kozak, but your pull had more noisy than that 400. Do you know what I mean? Because when you came up again, right? Let's just put this in perspective, right? This is the third biggest pull in the IPF in history. Right? And people sometimes don't understand. People just go thinking, oh, some people have done more. No one, only Jesus have pulled more, and now Kozak. You know, and until Kozak went on a bar, you had the second biggest pull in history in the IPF. Do you know what I mean? So the intensity in that room, right? When they loaded the bar, when they say bar loaded, guys, I kid you not, even the girls that were working in the shop just outside, they came in to watch that pool. That's how insane it was, right? Again, I think what we
it's just good atmosphere, bro.
You know, and then almost like me with Kerry's, we were on the front row. When I looked behind me, the whole place was packed.
Karis was shaking.
Actually, sorry, yeah. Karis
was shaking. It was so. That was cute.
You didn't know what to do. You know what?
Yeah, the film she was still shaking after the deadlift.
Bro, it's the thing though. It's weird. Like the adrenaline all around the room was fucking all-time high. Yeah. And the worst thing is, right? People keep saying, but I did not know what was on the fucking bar. I didn't look at the scorecard. I didn't know Jonah had missed. I knew none of this because, like, I know other people. Like, we've had these conversations that I need to know what's going on. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going for the final pull. The final pull's for the win. I need to hit the final pull. Knowing what's on the bar, what someone else has done, does not impact me going for that final pull. You get me? All I know is I need to yeet that fucker.
What would you have done if for some reason the GB team, let's say Jonah got his last deadlift and the GB team put a deadlift that would have secured team points but not for you to win, and you came off the platform and you're like,
no, but we had this conversation, but Dan came up to me and I said, load what I need for the win. That's it.
Okay.
So the conversation was, I want to win. Load what I need for the win. Like, I had 400 in there all fucking day. Like, I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. Like, I know how I pull. The grip was fucking solid. The pull was fine. It was quick off the floor. It slows where it slows, and it slows all the time anyway. And like, I've pulled up to there with like 320 and like fucking 70, 80 kg worth of fucking bands, right? And I've held it bare grip, so like, it's fine. I just wanted to win. Do I wish he'd lifted 5 kg more? Fucking yeah, I do, bro. I wish I'd fucking hit it, win, but we'll do it next time. It's there, but this time we'll do more.
I think it was insane. Like, again, I think this Europeans was the first European, or not even the first European, the first international for us Brits to go and win these many medals, right? So we had Indy winning, Christian winning, Ishak winning.
3 men, 3 women.
You know, 3 men, 3 women is
6
huge
goals,
for us.
Great, man.
Do you know what I mean? That is huge. And it has to get best male team and best female team as well at the same international. I don't even think the French have done it. I don't think anyone has done it.
Last year was their chance. Last year was their chance, but they didn't do it because we won the men's.
Yeah. I'm sure at some point the French would have won best male and best female team.
Well, but where?
I don't know, because Sweden won it in Sweden, didn't they? Men's.
Yeah,
oh, did they?
Bro.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking with the French on the men's side, who's going to win apart from Pana?
It would have been a combination of the 59 Pana. Rambo would have medaled as 74.
But it's the goals. The goals take it away, don't they? Is the problem?
I was just thinking whether they won, but that's minor. We don't care, man. We dominated. Whether they were there or not, we would have dominated the best team irrespective.
We're gonna dominate again this coming year. Yeah. Like, the team looks fucking strong, especially the male side. Like, wait till the male side team released. Yo, it's fucking filthy.
It's
filthy.
I had a quick question though, because we're not going to go into a full recap. What was 1 or 2 lifters that surprised you the most in this competition, or that stood out for you guys?
Annie. Honestly, I've had this conversation, and this isn't even close for me. This is like significant push. Like, bro, her total was fucking insane. Because like I had this conversation with a few people and they're like, Clara's clear. I was like, nah, and he's coming strong. Bro, exactly the same total.
I mean, she was 9 kilo off the world record. 9 kilo off.
She was leading. People had to pull to beat her, which is insane.
She at Worlds, I'm telling you now, she's going to shock some people at Worlds. If I can be fucking perfectly honest, I literally once she lifted, I went to the back, I hugged her, I said, "Yo, I'm so fucking proud," because bro, the lead up to this competition was savage for her, and there was 1,000,001 things going on, and to turn that around and turn it into fuel and have this fucking performance, like I was like, I didn't even give a fuck that she didn't win, like not like respectfully, like it was the fact that she'd made that much fucking progress. It's insane. Insanity.
It's insane because when you think about it, right? Even like the performance of the tournament, I know some people done well in terms of best lifter, winning those trophies and that shit. But to me, Annie's performance and Ziana performance, Ziana deadlift record. I was just like,
these are silent.
I was like, no.
That last deadlift was a piss take.
Exactly. Bro, how do you break an European record like that?
She turned into Christian. Christian and her swap places.
Christian
she was just like, I'm just doing this on RPE6.
It's the Christian effect, unfortunately, because Christian was handling the nutrition, I believe. So yeah,
bro. When I said that last pull, I said that pull could have been the second or the first. Literally, it was insane.
All the GB team did well, man. Like all of them did well. It was a good fucking team. It was a good team. It was good support this year, and it's nice because everyone that went this year supported everyone else that went this year. Like sometimes I worry, like we've had these conversations. Some lifters that could be on the GB team, I know for a fact, wouldn't support the other GB team like it has done this year, and you need that as part of your team. We had this conversation with Natalie as well, with how like the US team works together and stuff. But the way the GB team's worked over the last 2 years or so has been fucking fantastic.
Yeah, because we were there like from when Ishak lifted all the way to when Aaron lifted on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? And especially with Aaron, when Aaron was lifting, he had pretty much the entire team there because everyone has finished. We just went on the last day and let's go and support. Do you know what I mean? So he had everybody there except for Tasman that had to come back for work, and so Bobby as well. But every single person, the male side, the women's side, we were there. That's what literally like makes us different from everybody else because the French fucked off. You know what I mean? And the Swedish,
I think that makes a difference, because like towards the end, I remember the 120 plus guy that was lifting. I think there was only really his handlers and the coaches there, and I think that makes a big difference. Like, because you need that support thing as well. Like you said about Sweden, can you imagine like that level of support for you from people? Like naturally, it's going to be a bit off-putting.
Mm-hmm. And what did you guys think of that post that Bob Matthews made after the Euros?
Didn't bother me, but I got I had one person send it to me, and then 10 people say it was a dick move. So I was like, the thing is, for me, it's in one ear out the other, because like what he does doesn't affect me whatsoever.
What was the post? I didn't see it.
Yeah, but to be honest, even like Ashton Rusko also posted on, because Emil did 895, and he was like 895. Thanks.
And then there's this. So I'm like, this would be really cool if you were European and you were ever going to lift in the European Championship.
Yeah, a lot of the Americans for some reason, but I think it's weird.
But a lot of Americans don't realize where America is in the world, and they might actually think it's in Europe. So you never know, because some of them think like chocolate milk comes from brown cows, and half of them don't have passports. So I understand why it's difficult to know that it's not in Europe.
Oh my days.
I get it.
But even Ross posted the 83's European session on his thing. So a lot of them, it's good because I think Euros is getting to a stage now where, like you said, the crowds are getting bigger and the Americans are watching, and they are, albeit it's a pointless send, they are sending for the European Championships, like, so it's getting to a very good level. Like, we're getting to a level now where it's IPF 40 European champion means something. And it's not, hey, it's Americans versus this person, it might be this person. It's like, Americans versus the European champion, and it's going to be tight.
I think it'll be fun. I think it's just generally there's a lot of people coming off that. Rondell's also coming across. So like 2025, everyone might as well stay home. Do you know what I mean? let's be fucking perfectly honest. Like, it doesn't matter like what people say. There's always a bigger fish.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's always someone who's gonna come along who's hungrier than the next man. So I'm cool.
But that's why in sports there's always going to be one winner. Do you know what I mean? You can't get 3-4 winners. You know, this is not the Olympics when they ask you, can you share your gold medal with that person, please? Do you know what I mean? So the powerlifting, they don't do that. But again, all these posts that we're seeing across the world, especially like as you mentioned there, India with Ashton, Bob, and Mo, you mentioned Russ, is good because the Europeans are getting the eyes on it. You know what I mean? These are big lifters. They have got big following, big platforms. When they're talking about the Europeans, to me, that means we're doing something right. Do you know what I mean? Whether on the platform or off the platform, we're doing something right. They are considering us as competitors, not just thinking like we're going to go there and get a wildlife media package and go home. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen like that. So again, at the same time, like the standards, I'm not saying this because I had the meet I had, but the standard of the Europeans is not the same standard of world. I wish the European can start getting guest lifters where these guys can come and experience that. I can't just explain it because you have to witness it. You know what I mean? If you think Taylor Howard had a bad day in Malta, believe me, that's 30% of what the Europeans go through. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's not about shitting on the Europeans in the judging or on our lifting.
But it's not even about that. It was evenly savage. It wasn't like it was savage for one flight or another. It was savage for all flights. If you had 2 white lights, or it was a case of someone gave a red, that jury was looking to overturn every
At some
single
point,
time.
they tried to overturn a 3 white light lift.
That was like
the
Do you know what I mean? But this is what I mean. People
They were
don't
just going for anyone at that point.
people don't see that aspect of it. They'll see like the final scoreboard and be like, "That's it." But like we had this conversation. If certain people come across, do lift at like a European standards, on the squats in particular, it's a different ballgame.
I wish we shouldn't be sitting here talking about the referees and juries. I wish I could film this. The head jury, right? To turn the lift down, bro. They held the screen like that. The man was smiling, literally went like that. Red, literally. You should ask Kerry. I was like, hang on. Oh my God, this guy is taking the piss. He's actually smile about overturning that lift.
It is what it is, though. Do you know what it is? You got to. I think what you got to focus on where you are and what you're doing. Like at Europeans, I'm not looking at what other people are lifting. I'm looking at what my competitors lifting. I need to beat that guy in front of me. So like the last thing on my mind was what someone else is doing. Do you know what I mean? Because like I'm not looking to fucking do 410, 405 and add those extra kgs to get my fucking total up and inflate it somehow, because it doesn't make a difference to the day. Do you get what I mean? Because like even before, like on the question answers, you had a million people saying, what are your goals for Euros? And I only ever said one thing: to win. Like I don't care what I hit, it's to win. Other people wanted me to hit 400 more than I wanted to hit 400, because I'm like a 395, me moving really quick, locked out, held, comfy. I know 400 there, so I don't need to hit 400 because I didn't need it on the day.
Also, I just want to give a shout out to 2 boys, obviously, and then obviously 2 women. But I think Pape coming second in the 105 was very good. I mean, I didn't take the piss out of his total, but he did very well. He held it down. He didn't get overly excited. He was very aware of what was happening, and he played it conservative, and it was a very easy win. And then also Dylan Nelson. Like honestly, I know his travel was rough, and I heard over the stream that he lost his bags and everything, and the weight cut was harder than he needed to be. But he held it well. Like he showed heart on that platform. He fought for his position definitely, and he just missed out on third, like on bronze, just by body weight. So it was very, very impressive.
There's nothing you can do about people coming after you.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
His deadlifters. They literally 2 of them came in and they pulled more than him. Simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this
fucking deadlifters, isn't it? During
I spoke to him. I said, look,
deadlifters.
you did what you had to do. You know what I mean? I hate deadlifters. You know, I wish you all got shot. But anyway, but the thing is, he did what he could. You know what I mean? And then all
But
the
I think
boys
someone did shoot Enna on his second. Someone tried to shoot Christian on his first.
We should have had Christian here. Like
We should have had Christian here.
When Christian came on his first one, when he moved the bar for the second time. We all in the audience, we went like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, that's it."
Literally exactly what people said. Yeah, word for word. Because there was a big ass fucking dip in the center of that platform, so you needed to move your bar back. Which is why my last one, my heels were touching the edge of the platform.
Yeah,
like,
I just had to move it away.
I couldn't be any further back because you just got to move it out of the way.
Yeah, my last one, I went over the platform. I couldn't be in the middle. Yeah, go on, Espen.
No. Like I was going to ask about the dip. Was it really bad?
Yeah,
it was bad.
It was bad. It was really bad, really bad.
Yeah, I mean, you had Enna doing 380, you had Indy pulling, you had Timo. That platform should be dead at this point. Like, it should be broken in half.
I'm surprised Timo opened that heavy. You know, I'll be honest with you. He shocked me opening that heavy.
And he moved really well, though. You know, if he didn't get
slower than I expected for an opener. Obviously, he's a strong boy, and it was quick, but it was slower than I'd expect for an opener. Because he moves his deadlift quite fast.
I think
he wanted 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't set your openers on where you want to end up. You got to set your openers on what your opener is. Like,
I think the problem with Timo though, he knew that he would win irrespective.
Yeah, true.
So he was. I think that's the point. And he's also a junior, man. Like he's got 2 brain cells going 24/7. That's all he's got in there. So I think. But I think his mentality was just go for 400, and 380 to 400 would have made sense in his head, but obviously just didn't pan out. And he's been chasing that like 300-400 for a while now. So
yeah, the thing is though, sometimes you gotta let that number go.
True.
And be like, whatever, man. Like when it comes, it comes. Like, fucking Pete Spence kept walking up to me. He must have said it about 50 times in the competition. Like in the mornings, you shake his hand. He's like, fucking hell, your hand's looking a bit softer. You're gonna hold on to the deadlift. I was like, what have I done to deserve this? Because do you know what I mean? I'm like, I hold on to my deadlifts. I don't know what you're talking about. I think he got me confused with Yumo.
Believe me alone, bro. Because I put my 385 and I didn't miss it. The judges didn't like me.
No, I'm on about Euros. You know, when you use someone else's talent.
Yeah, I was that 2021 one. Yeah, that was.
You know when you said Friction Labs is better than Spider Choke, but it isn't that one.
Before we close this one, boys, a lot of people have been asking about the belt, and obviously you guys have been using the belt, the new SBD belt. Do you guys want to give your views on how it's like going and stuff right now?
So
I think Durans and Mo have like switched across to it, so I'll leave it to them.
I think with me, I've tried to use it on the squats, but for some reason, it's so weird. When I load anything up to 275, I do not feel the difference between that belt and my old belt. It's almost like it's the same thing. But when I go anything above 280, everything just changed for me.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, the 13. The reason why the SBD belt has been king is because it's perfect for squat. Like almost for 90% of the population, really.
Yeah, the 10 mil for the squat for me above 280. I don't think I would be squatting on it. You know what I mean? I can't hold on to it. But on the deadlift, it's a perfect belt for me. Yeah. You know, I didn't need to break it in. Literally, when I got it out the sleeves, wrap it around me, and I pulled 320. Literally.
So for all newbies that are just starting powerlifting, like, and they're obviously like in between what belt to get, what would you recommend?
I think I can give a bit because I've got Jones is built to squat. You know, I'm a short torso, long femur gang boy.
There we go.
So
there you go.
Yeah, leave me alone. Let me
talk about the fucking femurs like it.
But I wanted to say the 13mm is still king. The only reason why I would suggest, and I was going to actually do a video on this, but I think for smaller lifters, Espen, you know, Joey, you guys, 59s, if you've got a short torso, the 10mm might actually do you better. I know Oscar Carpio, one of the 59s from America. I think he's trialed it. We recently mentioned
is using
that
it.
Jesus, the big boys also potentially, because they just need something that doesn't make them uncomfortable. So there are a few lifters.
If you built like Mo, like a huntsman spider, then you might it might be worth moving across to it.
I would say the 13mm
built like mommy long legs.
But I used it for safety bar squat. Now this one's good because I was gonna say it depends on what you're doing. I got a very bad bruise with a 13mm when I tried to do a safety bar squat because it just the safety bar folds you, right? And I had it where it just went in my rib and bruised it.
Hello, the safety bar is not meant to fold you.
If you see the
like
way,
the whole point.
If you've got long ass femurs, it will fold.
There we go. Okay, daddy long legs again.
Now,
some
people fold really badly, quote unquote. We know a certain lifter who is basically doing good mornings, right?
Who?
Indy.
Christmas special. You have to mention names here.
No, Indy, you can't talk. I've never seen you doing safety bar. So Indy, more carry on.
Okay, I will tonight send you me doing 335 kg safety bar.
Indy will be built perfectly to do safety bar,
2019 when I was a 305 kg squatter. Don't at me. I did 300 kg for 4s on the safety bar squat. I will send it in the group, and when I send it in the group, I want a public apology from you.
I know.
Okay, that's fine. I will send it to you, and I want a public apology because I got receipts, bro. I'm not you. I'm not Congolese, man. Them. I have receipts.
Oh, well, you just insulted the whole nation, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, Indians?
Bro, we don't want to go down that. There's a lot wrong with us Indians. It's fine.
Oh, well,
there's your info.
But yeah, for deadlifts is perfect.
Interested in the new SPD belt? There you go.
But get it 10 mil.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I need a new fucking leg before I even think about belts right now, man. Like, my right leg is just fucked. But anyways, on that note, I think we should end it there. Obviously, we're gonna do
let's do just one thing because obviously a Christmas special. We're going from 2023 to 2024, right?
Okay.
It's a bit of a random one. Hopefully, you guys have thought about. What is one thing each that you want the powerlifting community to leave behind? And one thing that you'd like to see more of in 2024 from powerlifting?
I think the powerlifting community should leave powerlifting behind. And I want to see more of the other sports. I want to see less endurance, less dropped. I want to see less dropped deadlifts.
Do you know what
I want to see less celebrations before white lights. I
said one thing. It's not a rant.
I want to see people actually turning up to competitions and PBing. I want to see people actually, winning when they're the strongest.
No. Honestly, I think everyone should give just one, right? Even though there's so many to choose from, I'm gonna give my one.
Yeah.
No, I'll give you two.
No, you said one.
Okay, you can pick two. You
one.
can pick two.
No,
two.
one.
Please,
One. No, two.
It's Christmas.
No, I want to ruin your day. One. If you actually PB'd your total and you did something decent, I would have gave you two, but you get one.
Fuck. All right, cool. Jones, I'm gonna WhatsApp you my other question. You can just say
it. No, you only have one knee, so you get one answer.
Okay, cool. All right. See, I'm gonna have to say weekly totals. Let's leave that in 2023.
Okay, I got one. Thank you. If we're going down that road,
warm
up with me videos. Fuck off. Yeah. Fuck. Listen to me.
No one wants to see.
Listen to me. It's coming from Santa. Fuck off. No one wants to see it. I don't want to sit down and watch a 5-minute video of you putting 70 kg on the bar and then only go up to 220 on your deadlift anyway. No one cares. Stop it. Get some help. Yeah. Don't ever want to see it again. Just show me a top set, or I'm gonna click on the 3 dots and click not interested. Because I know Kibria did a warm-up with me video with Manny. I literally clicked on the 3 dots and I clicked on not interested. I haven't seen a post from Kibria since. Moving on. Next.
One thing for me is people need to stop kicking cameras. Like that needs to stop.
Kicking cameras.
Yeah, like when when you're filming your deadlift and like aggressively walk up to the camera after they've done their set, like they either kick it or they hit it or whatever. Like
who does that? Who's done that?
I've seen like a few Americans do it consistently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've
that
seen
makes
a
sense.
few.
Yeah.
I've seen a few GB people start to do it now, where they walk up aggressively to the camera.
Well, I hope they break their camera and have to buy a new one. Simple.
I mean, with me, I think if I can just say one, can it just all the lifters, all the power lifters, can you just stop pretending to be coaches as soon as you hold a barbell and you think you're fucking program, right?
What do you mean,
That's
bro?
never
Right,
gonna
go
stop,
go
bro.
click on the link on my profile and buy my 12-week program.
Yeah. If you wanna sell a fucking program, go and sell it to your sister or your mum. Do you know what I mean? Don't go on social media calling yourself a fucking coach, please. What?
Can I give one more? I've got another one.
No, we're done now.
Let's just
Thank you very much for listening. No, you got to do one thing. Like, what was it? One thing you don't like,
One
and
thing
one thing you want to see
take
more of.
forward. Yeah.
One thing you want to see more of.
Okay. Shit, back to me. Now, Mo, when you start. Actually, no, and we go back in reverse. So, Durins, you first.
Oh, come on.
If you don't have an answer, I can go first.
Hey, go on, Mo.
Go on.
Yeah. If there's one thing I want to see more, I want to see more character from lifters in 2024.
Yeah.
I think it's, but also it's a mixed one, because I don't necessarily want to see more clashes, but I want to see more character. I don't want to see more beef. I want to see more character from lifters. I want people to really show who they are, rather than us like not knowing who's who going into competitions and whatnot. I think that's how the sport
Give
goes.
an example though, Mo. Like, as in, like a bit of shit talk as well. Is that okay? Or
shit talking, if that's the way, if that's your character, that's why I said I want to see more character. If shit talking is your character, I want to see more shit talking from you.
Say no more. I'm just gonna shit talk Mo until British now. Just Mo. No one but Mo. Every time he lifts, I'll be like, what the fuck is this, bro?
If like just talk here, like being in front of the camera, getting your face out in the sport. Because I feel like a lot of people, and this one I hate. Do you know one thing I want people to leave in 2020?
You stop me from ranting, and then you're ranting.
Sorry, this one is important. This one has been burning me for weeks. It's not cool to say you don't care about powerlifting or you don't follow powerlifters. Like, it seems like there's this trend where it's like, oh, I do powerlifting, but I don't really care about the sport. I just want to win. Or I just do powerlifting, but I don't know who's in my weight class, or I don't know who's at the top. It's like,
who said
like
that?
I've just been hearing it often. Like,
Of
it's
who?
the power.
Bro, hold on.
You're talking like... Wait, man. I'm asking a question.
He's talking about Nathan has spoken to him, bro. When did you talk to Nathan?
Was it Nathan?
You want about Nathan?
I don't even know. It's not even Nathan. It's other lifters.
He goes. Are you ready? He goes. It's not even Nathan. Yeah, which lifters, bro?
Just mine. Let's leave it. I don't need to name names.
Name names, bro. I named Kibria. I said, yo, bro, stop your warm-up lifting.
Okay, I listened to the KO2 podcast, and a certain lifter mentioned it there too, where it was just like,
who?
I don't follow anyone in powerlifting.
Who?
I ain't trying to get him fight, but we're gonna have him soon on the podcast.
Who was it?
Are you talking about people saying they don't consume powerlifting content?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Was it Gavin?
But they say in a way that it's a bit like, this is a dead sport.
Was it Gavin? Was it Manders? Who was it?
It was Gavin, wasn't it? It was Gavin. It was definitely Gavin.
It was like a big Conroe man. Yeah.
Yeah, when he comes into the podcast, I'll be like, yo, Mo said he hates this shit.
For me, going to 2024, what I want to see more about is I want to see more people celebrating each other in terms of like lift. So because at the end of the day, we have.
Here he is. Congolese Saint Nicholas.
He's trying to embrace his him and end a moment.
It's black. Let Black Santa talk, man. Come on.
And I'm 100% sure, right? When we had that question, there was a time a while back when we said, "Would you ever do what Agatha did for Jessica Pittner?" James was like, "Nah, never."
But Anna is different. Anna is African. Anyway, let's move on. So what I'm saying is like, I want to see more celebration, especially like, I'm not talking about across the board, I'm just even our nations, because the sport to do of powerlifting, every single individual have goal, external, a life behind it. So when someone does a certain lift and posts on social media, instead of you bashing the lift, just fucking celebrate the lift, because you can't fucking do that lift. Do you know what I mean? Because I get people, I mean, more you saw my comments, people commenting in my comments saying, oh yeah, now you cut in depth on your score. I was like, okay, cool, no worry, I'm gonna buy a bigger garage and a bigger camera just on that angle for you to watch, you know what I mean? So you can see my fucking depth. So it's just like, instead of you saying that, just celebrate someone lift, because at the end of the day, if I load 280 kilos on the bar, ask you to get 1 rep, you end up being 6 foot under. Do you know what I mean? So
Who you
why bashing someone's lift when you can celebrate? It's the same thing Indy's going through, or these comments is getting old. Celebrate the lift. Just don't bash. If you have constructive feedback, then send your feedback.
There's one guy commented on mine. They're like, yeah, but Ken hit 400.5. I was like, congratulations on mentioning someone in a completely different weight class. Well done to you. Take Christmas off.
Oh, yeah, they started comparing to Eddie Hall as well, and so many.
Yeah, Eddie Hall. I'm like, yeah, I'm 119 kg, right, and fucking natural, and then you're comparing me to a 200 kg guy who fucking literally had injections of cheesecake into his fucking veins before his lift. Like, come on, bro. What
fuck's wrong with you? Also, before it went on the platform or something. He said, like, in that video. Yeah.
Probably fucking did.
Yeah. Espin, yours?
No, go on. I'll go last.
No, if we went reverse.
Oh, fuck. All right. One thing that I would want to improve or to carry over.
Other than your total.
Yeah. You know what? I would want people to just like be able to just enjoy training wherever they are, in terms of like, what I mean by that, in terms of like, they don't have to train at a powerlifting gym to be a powerlifter, if that makes sense. You can train anywhere in the fucking world and still do a powerlifting program, okay? It's like, nowadays, you're going to a powerlifting gym, right? Because I remember there's been times at Buzz Gym, and then there's all the powerlifting like bars are all taken, and there's just like normal standard bars, like the typical ones in commercial gyms, right? And people would literally just be so scared of it and be like, oh no, I can't use that, or I'm gonna have to leave the gym. I'll have to go somewhere else and train now, like, because of that bar. And it's like, just fucking train, mate. Like, honestly, I think people are so fixated on powerlifting specific stuff nowadays. I get it, don't get me wrong. Obviously, to an extent, like close to the comp, it was obviously really good to like train with comp stuff. But it doesn't mean that you need to train with this shit every single week, you know what I mean, to become a powerlifter. That's not the case. I think people just need to get that into their heads, that's you can train anywhere.
Yeah, like we had this conversation, I think I sort of posted as well, like Joy lifting a pure gym. She's multiple world champ, like British champ, highest GL points, like, or if there's an accolade you can think of, she's done it, right? And she lifts in a pure gym, and like, it's just enjoy it, like, fucking hell.
Literally that. Yeah, I think that's mine. I think that's what people need to start doing moving forward, man. Indy?
Me. Oh, fucking hell, here we go. Oh, fucking hell, you're making me think about positivity. It's making my head hurt.
You want people to grow a beard?
What's that?
You want people to grow a beard, because only me and you can grow a beard.
Bro, facts, bro. Can you imagine Pape with a beard? That'd be the funniest shit.
That would be funny.
That'd be the fucking
Actually, what color would it be?
Shit.
What color would it be, though?
What color would he be?
With the beard be?
Beard be.
It's Pape, isn't it? So it'd be what, donut colored? For me, it's gonna sound like a weird one, but like, I want people to like, obviously the powerlifting side is very important, but I also want people to like just enjoy their life a little bit as well. Like, you know, like, don't just be hyper focused on that weight cut. Like, oh fucking hell, I just need to be in a. And I'm looking at USB now and Mo. I'm glad Mo's changed. Like, I need to be in a deficit. I need to make this weight cut. Like, sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes you just need to eat, maybe go the weight class above, do a competition, see if you enjoy it, just fucking have some fun. Because like, some people hold themselves back in weight classes for way too long, I think, and like it's like a negative impact on their health. So I think they need to, you know, just enjoy a little bit. And like, coming off that, Tony, I read a thing. It said after 20 years you hit your natural peak. So next year, bro, it's game over for you, basically. Hasn't he been powerlifting for 30 years? How long has Tony been
longer, to be honest with you? I don't know. He probably came out powerlifting.
Man just came out with a barbell on his back. Yeah, buddy. Nah, but yeah, enjoy yourselves, man. Come on, especially over Christmas as well. Just eat, have some cake. That's bit. You're looking like you got some radiation poisoning yourself, bro. So you need to eat some more. Man's built like an engineer in Chernobyl.
And on that note, fuck you lot. We're gonna conclude our Christmas special there, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys. Please follow us if you're not following us on Instagram, follow us there now. Sabado Sessions Podcast. We're on YouTube as well, on Spotify. Yeah, just give us a follow, drop a like, comment, share to everyone, share to your family, share to your cousins, brothers, granddads, everyone. And I think our next episode, we've got two. So just so everyone knows, we've actually got 2 episodes that we've done for the Sheffield series as well. We're not going to mention the names on who it's with, but they are going to be dropping this week, Jones?
Next week.
Next week. Perfect. And our next talk of the week isn't going to be till January now. So, yeah. And we got a lot of stuff coming. We're going to still keep on with the Sheffield series. We've got a lot coming soon.
Got to do Euros preview and all sorts of other shit as well.
A lot of stuff coming, yeah. So it's gonna be a fun 2024, and we've also got.
We need to figure out about where Mo's gonna do in 2024. Is he going 120 plus, or is he staying 120?
Wait, I got 1 second. I got a dice here somewhere. Let me throw it.
There are 3 options. It's 93, 105, 120. So it's one of those 3.
You're not doing 93. It's impossible because
you're not doing 93.
You know what I mean? You're fat now.
I say
it depends, man. It depends on where he's gonna win easily. So it ain't gonna be 120.
I say we do a poll.
Yeah, do a poll. What's Mo gonna do in 2024? 120, 105, or sit at home? Sit at home. I'm voting for sit at home.
Yeah. On that note, guys, thank you so much for listening. Have a great Christmas. Happy New Year.
Love
you guys in 2024. Peace.